What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Medalist, this time with episode 2. Very much enjoyed the first episode, so hopefully we got that kind of similar vibe. Very wholesome, heartwarming, especially towards the end of the episode, but I really like the CGI actually on the figure skating and such, so again, looking forward to seeing what we got today. Let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Ooh, let's get into this. Absolutely freezing, by the way. People don't actually understand how hard it is to keep your arms up like that. Add weights to that, it's even harder. Don't get me wrong, it's not impossible or anything, but like doing it for a long amount of time. You'd think it'd be easy. Oh, look at that one. Like that takes a lot of strength as well. No idea what that is. Okay, so did we see the opening? I don't think we did we? Badge tester. But that's the thing she needs to remember as well. It's all relative. Like, yes, she might not have. Oh, I do remember hearing the song actually. Yeah, it's all relative in terms of. Yeah, we did watch this actually, or I've seen it at least. She's improved a lot already, which is good. Her rate of progression might be faster than their rate of progression, if you know what I'm saying. They might already know more stuff, but they've been learning longer, of course. I don't know, did we watch this? I recognise the song. Ah, looking good on the looking in the skates. Looks like she does improve a hell of a lot. Yeah. I don't. Maybe we didn't see that. I don't know. For some reason, I recognise the song. I couldn't do that. I couldn't put my whole weight on my leg like that and spin for however long. I can imagine that's quite the barrier, to be honest. Being able to like jump and land on the ice. And doing that smoothly. I imagine there's a big learning curve. There's really a. I mean, I know we're in Japan, but it's really a safe thing that we're meant to be doing. Just leave your little daughter out like this. You wouldn't see anyone doing this in many other countries because of people. I mean, we don't know who this is, but this guy could be an absolute weirdo. Looks like he is. We see him in the open though. We see him with the girl that we saw in the start of the first episode. So maybe he's like her agent or something, or a partner. Bro was mad though. Broke his phone. Like I said, I feel like that's going to be super difficult. Yeah. Ouch. But again, to land that's one thing. To do it gracefully seems very hard. Default settings. What the hell is she doing here? She can't be doing the same thing. I'm assuming this is the girl from the intro, episode 1. There's another kid from the opening. Ah, looking for that. Not quite another worm enthusiast. Damn. That was harsh. I mean, get it. This kid is horrible. Thank you for slapping him. Jesus. What does he mean you wouldn't get it? The only thing to get is that you're a nasty little kid at the minute. You're a nasty little rat bag. So I imagine both of those guys are like top child skaters. Man, she is not in the right headspace to do this at all. Ugh. But the girl there was actually quite nice, wasn't she? I think when you think of people at the top level, like sports or anything, you never think they're going to be that nice, if you know what I'm saying. You always expect them to be a certain way, don't you? And that's for a reason. It's like what I say about anything. Like prejudices are a thing for a reason. Like they can be wrong, but they come from somewhere. And I think there is a prejudice against people in like the top 1% of anything, especially like sports and stuff. Yeah, don't expect them to be the nicest people ever, especially within their field. You expect them to be quite maybe harsh like that little boy there. Yeah, totally fixed that. Good job. Yeah, there's like small stuff like that, and then there's obviously the bigger stuff that you get called like racist for and such, which again is in a lot of circumstances. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of things like that come from somewhere. Like pretty people, beautiful people. You just from their looks, you initially think they're not going to be a nice person. And that kid right there was the perfect example of that. Although there is more to him, isn't there? There is more to that little guy. As he said, we don't know yet, so interesting to see what his situation is. Again, that just seems. I play football. Like, I use my feet a lot, and that just seems very difficult. I feel like they don't really translate, to be honest. Even though I use my feet a lot in football, not too much for like balance. I just like I just yeah. I said this last week. I just suck at this. It's kind of sad. I don't really care too much for the mum's reactions just because she was quite nasty last week, and she keep always bringing up her sister. Every chance she gets, she seems to bring up her bloody sister. Oh, do you remember this place because your sister went here? Do you talk about it? Like, fuck off. Still don't really know what happened to her sister, so it could be a lot deeper than I'm like thinking. But it's annoying. Like you've got a daughter right in front of you. Focus on her. Listening to the gossiping old woman. Gossiping about little girls. Yeah, I know, right? Again, from someone that hasn't at all tried, this shit seems impossible. Not sure how they bitch about it so easily. Aerodynamic. Got power. Damn. Again, this is what I'm terrified of. If I'd done that, I'd be so scared of getting slashed. Itch me jump. Of course she feels that way. Like I said, it's all relative. Like her being so good at this age means that she's gonna be developing still, but she's not gonna be developing at the same rate. Like our main character here is gonna be developing a lot quicker. Like there's only so much she can develop more, if you know what I'm saying. At her age, she's got to like hone in on the specifics. I think it's an interesting thing I learned a while ago of like once you get to like 90%, like for example, yeah, you're like 90% kind of good at something. You're like within like semi-pro / pro range. When you get to that like pro range, you've learned like 90% up to that point. You can only go up, like you go up by like 5% increments. You get better in like 5% increments, but once you get to that high level, it's like you go up in like 0.1%, like 1%. Is how much you increase by, because you've learned so much before. Now it's only to learn like the little details and the little kind of it's like making mistakes. When I used to play Overwatch, and I used to always play like Grandmaster top 500 games on console, by the way, not on PC. But it's not how good you are at the game at that point. It's how few mistakes you can make, which is a bad way of looking at things in my opinion, because then you do focus on the mistakes. But essentially it's like if a team makes 10 mistakes versus another team makes 15 mistakes, the team with 15 mistakes will lose. So you've just got to count little kind of mistakes, and yeah, it's like you only got to slightly change little things. You haven't got to like alter your whole play style, for example. I think that kind of translates over to sports. If it was like football, for example, I'd say like it's like practicing a specific type of shot like 100 times and just getting better at that specific shot, even if you'll just use that specific shot maybe 1 in 100 or 1,000 times, but perhaps good to have it in your locker just in case. But with our main character, she's got so much to learn. She's going to be learning quite a lot over that span of time. But again, totally understand why what she feels like this, especially after hearing your peers, like grown up women, chatting about you like this. It's horrible, but it's not impossible. Not impossible for her. Again, I like how well these guys have got along so far. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, I wasn't even expecting to meet, considering we saw her watching her last episode. I'm glad I can understand a little bit of the Japanese, because some of these subtitles are not too accurate, unfortunately. I'm not sure if this is a case of I'm not sure if this is a case of. Unfortunately, I'm watching Dead Dead Demons Destruction, and that's the subtitles on that show are from the dub. Like they took the dub words and put them as the subtitles for the Japanese version, and obviously they change them for dub. That might be a slightly similar case here. I'm not really sure. It's not like unbearable, but it's noticeable. I don't think that's the case here, but I'm no expert in Japanese. So. Like there, she just said her name and it says let's go again. And a minute ago she said go men, which means I'm sorry, and it was like 5 words. So. Again, it's not a big issue, but it's just really noticeable. And obviously it's no fault of the show. I think that might be why some of the subtitles may be a bit mistimed as well. Like some of them go by quicker than they should. And I think this is by Netflix as well, so it's yeah, odd. It feels so good to earn something like that as well. I never really had anything like that when I was a kid. When I was first starting to play football, just like that got the like participation trophies and that. But as I did get better, I have got some like individual trophies and team trophies, which I think the team trophy is more valuable to me. But it's nice getting like individual awards as well. I think it really helps towards growth. Gold medal in the Olympics. He's so good with children, isn't he? There's another thing that I took a lot from today. Calming her down, setting her up. He's so good with children. He's a great teacher, isn't he? So I think I was watching. Like I said, I feel like it was noticeable in the first episode. I didn't mention anything, but especially in the second episode, like I said, I feel like it might be the case of the subtitles being slightly incorrect sometimes, which is a little bit annoying, but it kind of gets the gist of what they're saying, and there's a few things I can listen out for. So we definitely didn't see this last week, I don't think. Oh crap. The God of Worms. I wouldn't actually be too adverse to see this show just take a massive twist and just introduce a worm as her partner. Not sure how they'd do on ice, but That's a really cute ending. I like that a lot. Might be one of my favourite endings, if not perhaps my favourite ending so far this season. Actually, I like that a lot. Though the new one from Orb that I watched today was also fantastic, just because it's one of my favourite Japanese artists behind it. But yeah, song there and the fun visuals are great, weren't they? Looking forward to watching that again. Opening was really good as well. We might have watched it last week, but I do forget, so apologies. But I really enjoyed that. Another very enjoyable episode. Meeting a few more of the cast members here, the kids especially. The little blonde boy standing out quite a bit. He was quite horrible, but as he kind of signified, there's a little bit more to him, I think, isn't there? There's a little bit of a reason why he's like this. Maybe he's a bit salty because the girl he was with, she, especially from that visual at the end, you could tell that she is like the number one. She is like the prime kind of prime predator of these. It's just a weird analogy, I know, but yeah, like the prime predator of these ice skaters, and she is like alone at the top for her age group, seemingly. So again, maybe he's just got a bit of a chip on his shoulder that he maybe thinks he can never like be the best or stand up to her, and anyone that's not even close to that has got like no chance, and he just dismisses them. I don't know. There's a lot more to that kid though, isn't there? So I'm looking forward to that. Again though, really like the relationship in Ori and the girl we saw at the start of last episode. They got along really well, didn't they? Some really cute scenes in the middle there, and again, just I forget the teacher's name, but he was awesome today as well. Like I said, he handled all the situations really well. He's very good with children, so looking forward to seeing more of this. First badge earned, which is awesome as well. Let me know what you guys think about this second episode though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Now we're going to go watch that ending again because I thought that was fantastic. I'll see you guys next week, and have a good rest of your day.